Welcome to Andrea Berecaut Academy. We are here today to talk about beauty, to talk about utensils of manicure, and we will learn a few words and a few about the tools that a manicurist is going to use. So I just want to remind you to like our page and to follow our classes. We have live classes every week on different subjects, on IELTS, OET, for those of you that prepare for the exams. And we also have business classes on Mondays, beauty classes for beauticians and for people who work in, for everybody who work in the beauty industry. And we also have other classes as well. So we'll start our session today, and I'll share my screen and we'll have a little couple of exercises with the information that we need to know about all these tools for manicure. So I'm going to share my screen now. And we have here a little exercise. We'll use this exercise to see a few of the tools that we use. And I will leave this little text here, which is going to give you some information about the tools. And this is also a sort of guideline on how someone is going to do the manicure. So I'm going to read it out loud, and I'm going to also ask you to pay very close attention to the information that is in bold. So the words that are in bold, which will be now part of our exercise. So let's start. First, trim your nails to the desired length with the nail clippers. Use an emery board to file your nails. Be sure to move the file in one direction to avoid rough edges. Second, fill a finger bowl with warm soapy water and soak hands. Use a nail brush to clean under and around the nails. Third, rub cuticle oil on your cuticles to make them soft. Then use an orange stick, not a metal cuticle pusher, as these may damage fingernails, to push your cuticles back gently. Next, trim cuticles with a cuticle trimmer. Finally, shine your nails with a buffer and massage hands with a moisturizing cream. So here is our little guidelines, all the steps that you have to take in order to perform a manicure. I just want to point to something that when you give instructions to someone and you use the words first, there has to be a second as well, maybe a third, but you can also use words like then, next, and finally for your last step. So if you're going to give someone advice on how to do something, pay attention to that as well. But back to our vocabulary exercise, you see we have nail clippers, and we have a little these little photos here, and you'll have to understand which ones they are. But I'm going to, of course, show them to you. We have this little first one, and we'll see that these are the nail clippers. So to clip would then mean to use this to cut your nails. Then we have a buffer, which is in our final step. We use it to buffer our nails. You will use it on the surface of the nail to make it shiny. We have then the cuticle trimmer, which would mean that you will cut the cuticles, and you know the cuticles is the cuticle is the skin that you have around your nail that you're going to cut so that your manicure looks fresh and nice. And a trimmer can also look a little bit differently, but you see, I think you understand the point. And we have now the bowl, the finger bowl, where you get, as our little text said, you have a finger bowl with warm soapy water and soak hands. To soak would mean to put your fingers, your hand into the bowl and you let them soak so that your cuticles and the nails become soft. Then we have an emery board and we use it to file our nails. That means that you have to take out any rough edges, and you can also use the emery board to make the desired shape of the nail. And you see that these ones that I've showed here to you in the photo, they're made out of carton, but they can also be made out of metal or plastic. And our last one is an orange nail stick. You use it to push the cuticles, as our text said that we should use an orange stick and not a metal cuticle pusher, because we also have the metal ones where you get a very pointy tip and you can push back the cuticles. And I'm not sure if you can see it in the photo here, but the orange stick also has a very pointy tip, so you can use it very easily. These are mostly the instruments that you are going to use whenever you have to do a manicure. And we'll do now a little exercise. You see, we have 3 questions here, and what you would have to do is read read the sentence, and then you have to understand what type of utensil are they referring to with the underlined word. So number 1 says, Julissa used the buffer to polish her nails, and a buffer would be, out of the 3 options, you will have to understand which one is the correct one. And we will take 10 seconds for you to understand or to guess which one is the correct one. Okay, and you see the first one is C. Okay, it's an object that makes nails shiny, and we said it earlier, we use it on the surface. The second one, the nail technician was careful not to cut too much of the cuticle, and the cuticle is... Okay, option B is the correct one. That's the skin around the nail. And number 3, Max cleaned the dirt from his nails with a nail brush. And 3A, we use it to clean nails, and it has little pieces of plastic. Well, this is our second exercise. We'll have another exercise, and the following exercise will be, again, with vocabulary and with the vocabulary that we have learned today. We will talk about it for a little bit, but I won't show you the results. And I would really, really like it if you would comment to our live class today and then redo the exercise a little bit later, and then tell us what your opinion is, which is the right word or the right instrument that we would place into the sentence. So I'm going to read it out loud. I'll give you a couple of seconds to figure out which is the best one. I'll also say it, but I would also want you to do it a little bit later. So number 1, Kate put her hands in the, which was full of soapy water, in the full of soapy water. This is not difficult, I know. but it's very good to exercise as much as you can, so you remember them whenever you see the object, it'll pop into your mind. So we have a finger bowl for number 1. For number 2, a manicurist trims dead skin from around the client's nail with a or with an cuticle trimmer. We use a cuticle trimmer. For number 3, after a long day at work, Max, his tired feet in warm water. So we see in this sentence, we miss a verb. We don't have a verb. What is Max doing with his tired feet in warm water? So you remember earlier, we used a word that meant that we put our fingers into the finger bowl with warm water to have the cuticle and the nails soft, to make them soft, and that would be soak, the verb to soak. So in our sentence, Max soaks his tired feet in warm water. For number 4, Penny often the rough edges of her nails to keep them smooth. So what is she doing? When we use the emery board, we file our nails. So then we also have a verb because we are missing the verb here. So we will say Penny often files the rough edges of her nails to keep them smooth. So remember the word and you use it whenever you do this action at home. Number 5, Wendy showed her sister how to push back her cuticles with a or an, and now pay attention to the article. With an orange stick. Now we are going to use the article an because our word starts with a vowel sound and we have to use an instead of a. So Wendy showed her sister how to push back her cuticles with an orange stick. And that's our exercise, this little exercise vocabulary that we've learned from the beginning until now. So I'll be waiting for your comments of this class today with this last exercise, where you are going to write all 5 sentences with the words, and please remember it. These are words that would definitely come in very handy when you have to work with these, when you have to work with a manicure or you have to perform a manicure. And remember that we have these live classes every week. So we will be waiting for you to like our page and to maybe join the classes as well, and we'll work together. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next week. I'll see you at our next classes, and bye-bye.